Now I should be on. Oh, thank you. Woo! Well, I'm Billy Wilson. And Wilson's not so much Irish. Thank you. But I did do the DNA thing for Ancestry, and I did come out 11% Irish. So I wondered why I loved Riverdance. Every time we went to Riverdance, I was hooked on the music, and I got hooked on the drum, and I got to know one of the drummers for, you wanted what?
Louder, they can't hear over there.
They can't hear? Well, I have my audio person, Mike Peterson. Give him a little round of applause here. Okay, thank you, Carrie. Yep, we never know when you're doing an outdoor venue like this, because I asked Mike, I said, do I need to get a bigger head as far as our power? And he said, no, he said that one should do it. So we'll see here. If we have to turn the speakers, I don't know. Is it getting any better? Oh, thank you, good. So you didn't hear that last song. So I need to do that one more time. All right, so one more time, The Harvest from Riverdance. That's actually what that was called. And I'm playing those on tonight on an Irish bowron. I have got a couple of these. This one is my very, very special one, a custom ordered. I got it actually from Germany. So anyway, so I took a lesson back in January from the Riverdance drummer up in, they were on tour, and I got to know him. And he taught me a few things, and he taught me how to get a cheaper tipper. So, and I run all my tones and things through the goat head that I have here, and I've got it mic'd. And you don't want to listen to me. You want to see these girls dance, don't you? I've got some incredible dancers that have come in from Ames, the Robert Thomas Dance Studio or Center in Ames. And I've got over here Frankie Meyer and Haley Patton. And they're going to do at least 3 songs tonight. And we're going to start off with one of the Riverdance numbers that opens up the Riverdance shows. So it's called A Reel Around the Sun. What do you think of that, huh? That was Frankie Feldmeyer. Frankie, wave your hand. Come on out, hon. Frankie Feldmeyer. Haley Patton, come on out. Why don't you, before we go any farther, because I get to jabbering and then I forget, why don't you girls introduce yourselves if I can get this figured out. Okay. All right.
Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. My name is Frankie Meyer. I am the head instructor of Irish dancing at Robert Thomas Dance Center over in Ames, as Billy mentioned. Breathing, hold on. It's a lot of fun and it's a lot of energy to Irish dance, but it also takes a lot out of you. I teach all of the ages from grade school, middle school, high school, and this year we started an adult class. Wow. So if anyone's interested, please pay us a visit. You can find us online or after the show, after we dance. You can come up and chat with us, get info about that. I got involved with the dance center 2 years ago. I actually grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I Irish danced competitively and in performances with the Glencastle Irish Dancers, which was a lot of fun. And then I came here for Iowa State to earn my fine arts degree. Not performing arts, unfortunately, but thank you. And I heard that they were looking for an instructor, and I said, sign me up, and now they can't get rid of me. So, along with me is actually one of our advanced dancers, Haley. She'll tell you a little bit about herself.
So hi everyone, I'm Haley, 14.
I got this thing too good.
It's fine.
Go ahead. There you go. Now you got
Okay.
it.
I've been taking Irish dance for either like 8 or 9 years. I also participate in the Iowa State Center's production of the Nutcracker. We have an Irish dance in there, so I've been doing that for quite a while as well. It's taught by Frankie. And I'm assistant at the studio. I help in Irish as well as like ballet, tap, and jazz stuff classes. And I enjoy doing that too.
They will be back. They've got a couple more numbers to do. We'll take a break, take a water break, because it is awful warm for them. It's a beautiful evening, though, isn't it? The Irish Potato Famine, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with that, took place in Ireland between 1845 and 1852, and by the time the famine ended, approximately 1 million people had died in Ireland. The famine also led to mass immigration from the island. This song that I'm going to do, The Green Fields of Ireland, talks about young people leaving Ireland on ships to lands far away, but their hearts will always remain in the green fields of Ireland. Over the moorland and over the lea, across the Atlantic, oh, what do I see? The Highlands of Antrim, that's all that's plain and clear, but the green fields of Ireland will welcome me there. We are an island way out on the sea. We are the Irish as proud as can be. In soft summer breezes or wild winter wind, our hearts in the green fields of Ireland. And standing by the harbour, oh, what do I see? A great ocean liner's just waiting for me. There's young people leaving for lands far away. All we ask is the right for to go or to stay. We are an island way out on the sea. We are the Irish as proud as can be. In soft summer breezes or wild winter winds, our hearts in the green fields of Ireland. And bravely the anthem as troubles have come, and bury the hedge with a long pick and hoe, and never ask my enemy will cause me his friend, and the green fields of Ireland will be peaceful again. Yeah! We are an island way out on the sea. We are the Irish as proud as can be. And soft summer breezes or wild winter winds, our hearts in the green fields of Ireland. We are an island way out on the sea. We We are the Irish as proud as can be, and soft summer breezes or wild winter winds, our hearts in the green fields of Ireland. Thank you, the green fields of Ireland. I usually ask, I said, do I have some Irish out here? I'm assuming I've got a lot of Irish. Look at those hands go up. We've got some Irish, you know. Yeah, well, these songs are for you. I've got an Irish joke. I don't know if you want to hear it yet.
He's got one here.
I didn't bring any pub songs. We do those up at the Fiddle. By the way, you know, the Fiddle and Whistle on Main Street's reopened. And the Central Iowa Irish musicians, we gather there the first Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock. Last month we had 14 Irish musicians show up from all over Des Moines, Mitchellville, Mason City, Fort Dodge, Ames, Cedar Falls, and we have a great time. And the first Tuesday of the month is down at Java Joe's in Des Moines. The second Tuesday of the month is in Java Joe's. Third Tuesday is at Cooney's in Des Moines, and the fourth Tuesday at Dublin Bay and Ames. And I've been playing the circuit as far as that. Oh yeah, I brought my Irish, my tin whistles, and by the way, before I do this song, I've been told I'm the opening act for Dave's little big band. That's what I've been told. Okay, Home in the Heartland. It's a beautiful Irish ballad. Comes from the Irish production, of course, of Riverdance. Features the tin whistle, and of course it was an inexpensive instrument produced by the Clark Company in Manchester, England. And the Irish school children learn the basics of playing this. But you know, the lyrics in this are some beautiful lyrics, and it contains this. It's high in the sky, through the clouds and rain, every familiar field seems like an old friend. When every hand that you shake is like a warm embrace, could only be one sweet place, home in the heartland. And I think it's a beautiful ballad, and hopefully my little short thing will quit acting up on me here. Home in the Heartland from Riverdance. Oh, beautiful song. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I've got a song titled after, actually, we call it soda pop. It's Mountain Dew. But maybe most of you knew that the original term Mountain Dew was originally a 19th century generic term for whiskey, especially Highland Scotch whiskey. And the song is called the Rare Old Mountain Dew, and it's an Irish folk song dating back to 1882. And it's kind of a fun little song. And I think I may even just leave the drum mic off because I think it's picking up my vocal. So it's called the Rare Old Mountain Dew. It's kind of a nice little number. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Let grasses grow and waters flow in a free and easy way. But give me enough for the rare old stuff that's real in Galway Bay. Come policemen all from Donegal, Sligo and leave them too. I will give him the slip and we'll take a sip of the rare old Mountain Dew. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. At the foot of the hill there's a needle still when the smoke comes out of the sky. By the smoke and the smell you can plainly tell there's poison brewing nearby. For it fills the air with perfume air and twists both me and you. At home we stroll, we can take a bowl or a bucket of Mountain Dew. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Now learned men who used the pen who wrote the praises high of sweet boy king from Ireland green, distilled from wheat and rye. Put away your pills and cure all ills, be a pagan, Christian or Jew. So take off the coat and grease your throat for the dear old Mountain Dew. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Hey, diddly dum diddly diddly dum diddly dum diddly dum day. Hey! Oh, real good. Thank you, the Rare Old Mountain Dew. Oh, and I've got a song just for the Bowron. It's from an Irish group called Alton, and it's called Pretty Peg. And the group was formed, I think, in 1987 in County Donegal. And they were influenced by Irish language songs. But I threw this in here because I wanted to do a little bit of, a little bit of Bowron. Since it's kind of loud. All right, Pretty Peg. Like a shirt. Frankie. Hard. Oh my goodness sakes. Are we ready for more dancing? Well, we're going to bring those young ladies up. Irish music and songs were not usually written down. Adults taught children to play the music by ear. Probably where I got most of mine. I'll Tell Me Ma is, and the girls chose this. I'll Tell Me Ma is a well-known Irish, I don't know if the girls know this, it's a well-known Irish children's song. Play a game with this, and the girl gets in the middle, and they do a little number with this, but it's very popular in Ireland with the kids. And the girls wanted to dance to it, and it's called I'll Tell Me Ma. All right. Let me know when you're ready, girls. Got it. I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, the stone my comb, but that's alright till I get home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Dublin City. She is so courting 1, 2, 3, please would you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. Knock at the door and they ring out the bell, saying, oh my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Jenny Murray says she'll die if she doesn't get the fellow with the roving eye. Let the wind and the rain and the hail blow high, and the snow come traveling through the sky. She's as nice as apple pie, she'll get her own lad by and by. When she gets a lot alone, she won't tell them out when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, for Albert Mooney she loves still. I'll tell me ma when I get home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and stole my comb, that's alright till I get home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Dublin City. She is important 1, 2, 3, please would you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys fight for her. Knock out the door and they ring out the bell, saying, oh my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Jenny Murray says she'll die if she doesn't get the fellow with the roving eye. Let the wind and the rain and the hail blow high, snow comes traveling through the sky. She's as nice as apple pie, she'll get her own lad by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell them out when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, Albert Mooney she loves still. Yeah! Frankie Meyer and Haley Patton, aren't they wonderful? Well, there's just something about that style of Irish dancing that you just absolutely love. We all love it. The Galway Girl is my next number. The city of Galway, if you're familiar with Ireland, is located on the western coast of the country, and it's one of the most unique parts of Ireland for visitors to explore, although I don't seem to get as much as Dublin, the area does. They've got what they call their Salt Hill Prom, and actually Salt Hill is a seaside area in the city of Galway, and it attracts tourists all year round. There's a long promenade there, locally known as the Prom, overlooking Galway Bay with bars, restaurants, and hotels. And so you will hear Round the Salt Hill Prom with the Galway Girl. So that's the next number. I'm going to do the Galway. How are we doing here? Oh, we're doing great. Okay. Well, I took a stroll on the long walk of the day. I met a little girl and we stopped to talk of a fine soft day. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl down the Salt Hill Prom with a Galway girl. There when the rain came down on a day, she asked me up to a flat downtown of a fine soft day. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. And I asked you, friend, what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue. Yeah. I was all alone, had a broken heart and a ticket home. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair is black and her eyes are blue? I've been traveling around, been all over this world. Boys, I ain't seen nothing like a Galway girl. Galway Girl. You know, and Carrie, bless her heart, by the way, Carrie Barr, she's absolutely amazing. You better give her a round of applause. I'm telling you, that girl is in motion, isn't she?
Yes. She
is in motion. And, you know, I saw in the newspaper article that she mentioned some humor, so I better tell something. Well, you know, I've got this, of course, Ireland, I've got this great Catholic joke. And but I also threw Methodist in there. It originally had Baptist, but I thought, wait a minute, I'm a Methodist, I'm going to throw that in. So anyway, this one's called Fitzgerald and the Parish Priest. Fitzgerald lived all alone in the Irish countryside with only a pet dog for company. And one day the dog died, and Fitzgerald went to the parish priest and asked, "Father, me dog is dead. Could you be saying a mass for the poor creature?" And Father, how do you like my Irish? Father Patrick replied, "I'm afraid not. We cannot have services for an animal in the church. But there's some Methodists down the lane, and there's no telling what they believe." Maybe, I know there's some Methodists there. Maybe they'll do something for the creature. And Fitzgerald said, I'll go right away, Father. Do you think 5,000 euros is enough to donate to them for the service? And Father Patrick explained, "Sweet Mary and Joseph, why didn't you tell me the dog was Catholic?" That's all my all-time favorite jokes. I just love that. Boy, does that hit home with some of us, huh? Why did you tell me the dog was Catholic? So we did. I tell you, Ma, what have I got? I did. Oh, Galway Girl. Oh, Anna Lucia. Oh, this is a kind of an interesting number from Riverdance. It's a flamenco dance number, and I do it on concert castanets, believe it or not. But people have enjoyed it, so you know, I might give it a try. I actually don't think I'm needing this because the vocal mic is picking all of that up. Not for sure if I need this or not. Those things are pretty loud. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's Anna Lucia from the Riverdance. From Riverdance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Lucia. I'm not for sure how that got into Riverdance, but it did. If you've been to it, Riverdance, you know what she uses the castanets in her hands most of the time. Oh. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm getting close. I've got a ballad that I wanted to do, and I may have some time to do that. I got a dance coming up. We always have time for a joke. I mean, I've got another one. Oh, it's called Tricky Parking. O'Malley was driving down the street, thoroughly worked up because he had an important meeting, and he couldn't find a parking spot. Looking up to heaven, he said, "Lord, take pity on me. If you find me a parking place, I will go to Mass every Sunday for the rest of my life and give up me Irish whiskey." Miraculously, a parking place appeared. And O'Malley looked up again and said, "Oh, never mind, Lord, I found one." Oh, yeah. Oh, I got one. I want to tell one more. I'll look at my manager. Is that okay? I have time. Trudy Ann is my manager. Deb Patton is my stage manager. I hope you get this one. You know, because it involves mail order catalogs. You guys all remember Sears and Montgomery Ward's, most of you. So two Irish men, Kearney and O'Connell, were looking at a mail order catalog and admiring the models. And Kearney remarks to O'Connell, "Have you seen the beautiful girls in this catalog?" And O'Connell replies, "Yes, they are very beautiful, and look at the price." Kearney says with wide eyes, Wow, they aren't very expensive. At this price, I'm buying one. And O'Connell smiles and pats him on the back. That's a good idea. Order one, and if she's as beautiful as she is in the catalog, I'll get me one too. Well, 3 weeks later, Kearney, the youngest of the two, asked his friend O'Connell, did you ever receive the girl you ordered from that catalog? O'Connell replied with a glint in his eye, no, but it shouldn't be long now. They sent her clothes yesterday. I think that was before the dating services, you know. I really do. Yeah, that was a good one. I've got one of my last numbers. I've got a couple more if we have time, but I've got this one I want to do on the low D10 whistle. And it's called Lift the Wings, and it's from Riverdance. And it talks about the wind blowing, and you know, we've had a lot of wind blowing. There's a couple Irish terms in here, and I have yet to look them up. A styrene and a grow are in here, and I haven't looked them up to find out what the Gaelic is for that. But it's such a beautiful song, I still want to do it anyway. And I'll use the low D here, and it's called. It's called "Lift the Wings" from Riverdance. And I noticed when I was practicing earlier today that the wind kind of has an effect on these thin whistles, and Dave Stern said, yeah, it doesn't take a lot of air to blow them. And I said, well, good, because, you know, that's good. Yeah. Okay, lift the wings. If the wild winds blow and the cold snow is all around, where will the frail birds fly if their homes on high have been torn down to the ground? Lift the wings that carry me away from here and fill the sail that breaks the line to home. But when I'm miles and miles apart from you, beside you when I think of the sky we grow. If the rain won't fall to wash its branches down, how can a heart survive? Can it stay alive if it's love denied for long? Lift the wings that carry me away from here and fill the sail that breaks the line to home. But when I am miles and miles apart from you, as I dream of Styrene, and a song will bring you near to me. Styrene, a grove. Thank you. That was Lift the Wings from Riverdance. Frankie, Haley, are you ready? Let's bring them up. Oh, they're up there. That's right. They make their appearance. Please give these girls a big hand for coming over here from Ames, taking time out. I hope they come back again. Wouldn't you like to have them come back next year if we can do this again? We can do this again. You know we can. The girls have selected a number called Drowsy Maggie to dance to. Okay. That's going to be our program. Thank you so much. Frankie, Katie, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Keith. Okay, Carrie, do you want to make any announcements? Oh, there you are. I knew you would be here. And we'll get Dave's little big band up here, Carrie. Oh, yeah, I got stuff flying everywhere. Yeah, that one should work if we can figure it out. We just have to turn it on, and I think you'll be fine. Get away from those tin whistles, which I've already dumped one of them.
Okay, let's hear it for Billy. Thank you, Billy. What a great show. Thank you for bringing Irish dancers. That's a first. I did not expect that on our concert series, so thanks again. Dave's little big band will take a few minutes to set up, and I would like to say thanks to all of you. This has been a wonderful series. Emily Herring had the idea of the Live and Local, and I think it was wonderful. You've all supported us so well, and so we'll be back again next summer. And with that, I would like to tell you, I'll be coming around with my little bucket. You were all very generous last week, and so I'll come around again this week with the little bucket if you care to put something in it. And the last thing I want to tell you before Mike has some things to say is that we will have a Friends of Marshall County Conservation. That's the group that brought all these free concerts to you this summer. Friends of Marshall County Conservation. We will have a fundraiser so we can do this again next year. Our fundraiser is Friday, October 12th. So mark that on your calendar. We're going to have a sunset auction right out here. We have 3 different groups who are going to be 40-minute sets on our amphitheater stage. We'll have wine and cheese and treats inside and an auction. So come on out Friday night, 5:30 to 8, so that we can watch the beautiful sunset. And maybe there'll be some fall colors. Friday night, October 12th, 5:30 to 8. And I think Mike has some things he'd like to tell you. Mike Stegman, the director of Marshall County Conservation. This is just one park. He has 31 parks that he takes care of.
Thanks, Carrie. Again, thanks to Carrie, the Friends of Marshall County Conservation, Emily Herring, the naturalist, to our maintenance staff for keeping the grounds out here and all the other parks in line. Introduce them, embarrass them. I know Jeremiah, where's Jeremiah? Jeremiah Mankin, he's our operations supervisor, Shorty up there. He's our operations supervisor and park ranger. And Tyler Renzi, maintenance technicians floating around somewhere. And then Olivia Tim, also a maintenance technician, somewhere in back there. And then Tammy Krog, our administrative assistant. So thanks to them for supporting all they do for the Conservation Board. Upcoming events, like Carrie mentioned, the Friends first fundraiser October 12th, but then coming up, and hopefully most of you have been to Prairie Heritage Days during the same weekend as Oktoberfest. If you have not had a chance to come out for Prairie Heritage Days out to the Grimes Farm here, please try to put that on your calendar. It's going to be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday afternoon, September 29th. Right here on the amphitheater stage, we're going to have the Prairie Creek String Band, as well as, and they have previously performed over at the Shelter House. So now we've got a little bit better venue for them to perform on. We'll lend that to them. And then also Pete Grady will be performing in Unconditional Surrender. He's a reenactor performing as though he is Ulysses S. Grant. A couple other events coming up. We have Art in the Park. It's going to be on October 2nd and October 4th. We have a children's session. The adult session costs $25. And those are craft art type programs that we put on here at the Conservation Board. Then Sunset Yoga right here again on the amphitheater. October 10th, 5:30, cost $5. And then coming up October 17th, it's a new event for us. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Mainly because the staff has to think up of the questions first. But we've got a trivia night right here at the Conservation Center. You can form teams of 2 to 4 people, cost of $25 to enter. and there'll be a 50-50 split of the money. So hone your skills on conservation questions, trivia, natural resource management, and sign up for that. So that's just a tip of the iceberg of the programming that we put on through the Marshall County Conservation Board. And aside from the Grimes Farm, if you haven't visited one of the other county parks recently, try to get out and do so. We've got Sand Lake, Greencastle, Timmins Grove, Grammar Grove. All those venues are there for your use and enjoyment. So with that, I will turn it over to the second half of the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, Mike, you mentioned Jeremiah. I came out earlier today, and Jeremiah helped me set up my sound system. Thank goodness he was here. Now, I appreciate that. I want to test the cowbell just a minute. Because there's always a request for more cowbell, right? So I put my German polka hat on. Now I look German, don't I? Well, we're the Dave's Little Big Band. We're going to start right off with the Barbara Polka.
1, 2, ready, go!
Now, don't forget, I know we've got some polka dancers out there, and Dave would like to remind you the floor. Well, we had dancers on it earlier, and they didn't have a problem, did they? No, they danced, so get right out there in polka. We've got some good ones. What do we got now? Julida? And I don't even know if we're pronouncing it right, but... Well, let's see. We had solos on that one, didn't we? We had Brian and Chad. Oh, we're not going to go through all the soloists. It would take all night, wouldn't it? All right.
1, 2, ready, enter!
Julita polka. Dave, you were supposed to lead in the polkas with something. What were you supposed to say?
Well, you didn't give me a chance. As usual.
What time is it?
It's polka time!
All right, just because.
Just because. That's a good one.
Let's feature somebody, Bill.
Dave gives me music, but I can't read it, so I read off of Bert's charts here. It seems like it's easier. We have a dancer. Oh, that's right. Now, is this one we got to sing, Dave? Oh, shoot. Now, but remember what I told you. I was setting up early this morning, and the wind blew my music, and it all went in the field, and Trudy, my manager, is out there running around, and I said, try to keep it in order. And it just didn't work, so I'm not for sure if I'll get to... I can do skirts, but I don't know about that one. All right, so we're going to do Just Because Polka, and it does feature one of our dancers. You could probably about pick out which one it's going to be. It's not Ron Ort from the police department, and it's not Bert from the sheriff's department. And no, we don't want them out there. All right.
Just because you think you're so pretty. Just because you think you're so hot. Just because you think you got something nobody else has got. Oh, you made me spend all my money and call me old Santa Claus. But I'm telling you, honey, I'm for you.
We got our own Riverdance dancer, the polka dancer, don't we? Yeah, Crystal ought to be teaching that. Don't you think? In heaven? Oh, the University of Iowa fight song, isn't it? Or now I know we're going to fill the dance floor with this one, won't we? We hope to. I bet they could sing along too, Dave. This is a audience participation, unless they've had too many Maria's burritos. No, they're not ready, Dave. They're taking swigs of something. Just water. Just water. For now.
Here we go. 1, 2, ready.
kind of a fight song there.
More cowbell.
There's one in every crowd. I don't know. Oh yeah, the 29th. Yeah, Oktoberfest. Dave, we don't want to forget Oktoberfest weekend. We're going to be at the Iowa Brewery.
Follow me.
All of me? No, we're going to be at the Iowa Brewery. Yeah, Iowa Brewery. What time are we playing?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock on Oktoberfest weekend. Yeah, we played last year. Had a great time. Yeah, Saturday. That's right. September 29th. Yeah, this band does, we do more than just polkas. We also do Dixieland and we do swing. And I believe this is a swing number, right, Dave? All right.
Here we go. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3.
Paul Herson. Ron Ord on the sax. Tecklenburg, yeah. Holiday, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, how much do we pay him to get up and dance, Dave? Skirts! We always did skirts when I did my country western band. What a beautiful evening, folks. What a great season this has been. You know, we came, Fruity and I have been to all of them. We came to the blues band. There was a big crowd. We came to Janet and her harp, and that was a great crowd. We had Lincoln Highway last time, was a great crowd, and then tonight. I'll never forget when I saw Carrie that first night, the blues, she absolutely could not believe the turnout we had. I don't know where Carrie's at right now, but she's out collecting money, I think. But anyway, isn't that great? And I know next year hopefully we'll do this again and bring in some more talent, and you know, that would be great.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Skirts, I love you, skirts. The big attraction to me. Skirts, you flimsy skirts. Quit looking at me. You can see down around your ankles, up to your knees, up to your hips. When along comes a breeze, skirts, I love you, skirts. You're the big attraction to me. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I had to use that one. I don't particularly like Ron Ort looking at me during that song. Yeah, this is a kilt. It's a kilt. Yeah. Oh, Dave, we should introduce the band sometime. One more song, and then we're going to introduce them. Okay. All right. And what is it? This one's called what? Oh, 5'2". Oh, we all know this one. let me introduce the band. How many of you recognize Chad here from the what is it? You play the Messiah. You do the Messiah, don't you? So Chad Music, he moved from the Messiah to doing polka and Dixie, and it took us some adjustment. But I think once he put on the red suspenders, he was in. I mean, not a problem at all. Chad Music on our keyboard, and I should have started with our dancer, our good-looking one here, Crystal Randall. Crystal Randall here. There isn't anything in Marshalltown that Crystal hasn't played for her as far as reed instruments. I saw her the other day at the Willows open house, and she was playing flute. Yeah, you can do it all, you know. She's multi-talented. And speaking of Brian Cox over here, and Brian, I didn't call you Brad. I had a student in school named Brad Cox, and I've made the mistake one night to call him Brad. I said, no more, it's Brian Cox. Brian on the trombone, and he also plays bass, and he's multi-talented as well. Where'd you get all these multi-talented guys? And then, if not too long ago, if you've ever looked in your mirror and you see the lights on, and you're going, oh God, what did I do now? Well, it was either one of these guys, But they're not active anymore, are you guys? You don't have it. Do you guys have a ticket book anymore?
No.
Do you carry? They don't carry a ticket book. We're safe. Yes. Bert Tecklenburg, retired from the Sheriff's Department. Thank you, Bert. Thank you, Bert, for all those years of serving the people. God bless you guys that can do that. We just had the 9/11 thing, and we think about you guys. Every time our guys in blue go out on the road, we think about you guys and pray for your safety. Absolutely. And we appreciate you so much. Ron Ort, retired police officer, just recently from the Marshalltown Police Department. Yeah, take a bow, stand up. Well, they can't see over there. Yeah. And, I found it funny because when Ron was on the force, he had short hair and no beard, and he's like an incognito now. I mean, do I know that? I mean, there's people in the audience go, wait a minute, I know that guy. Isn't he the guy that I was only going 5 over? I mean, come on, I'd had 14 beers, I was riding all over the road. Yeah, Ron Ort, thank you, Ron, for all your years of service to the Marshalltown Police Department. God bless you, too. Absolutely. And where would we be if we didn't have an orthodontist on the band, because sometimes we have teeth problems, not particularly us, Chad, but some of the other older guys, It's like, God, I'm just having some trouble with my teeth. And of course, Paul carries a kit, and when you get a discount, when we do nursing homes, you can't believe the lineup of people. They'll line up and, God, I'm next, I'm next for all dentures. Now I check all the dentures. But Paul Hermanson, isn't he wonderful on the trumpet? Yeah. When we can get Paul in town, we get him to work, don't we? And who put this band together but Dave Starron, retired band director. Wasn't he great? And he plays bass. And thank you, Dave. So this is Dave's little big band, and we play around. We've played in Des Moines, and we're going to be doing the Oktoberfest at the Iowa Brewery. Yeah. Anything else you want me to add about this fantastic group? All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
I forgot to say we have a 50th wedding anniversary today. Jan and Doretta Dilly are married 50
Oh,
years
yeah.
today.
Well, we talked about the Dillies. I had their daughter in school, Anna Doretta at Anson. You remember the Dillies? I remember you guys. Saw that in the paper. Congratulations. So we've got Baby Drives a Fast Car. This is for our retired officers. Because now they don't care. Thank you. Baby drives a fast car. Is it this book, Dave? Oh, we already did it.
We never tell the truth.
He keeps me out of the loop on everything. It's a good thing I can read trumpet charts. When my sugar walks down the street. This is real similar to the last title, Dave. When my baby drives fast or something? Oh. Well, this is walk out. This is walk down the street. Okay. You see, my golf group is still here. Wendell, Jimmy. Those guys are the best golfers at Wandering Creek. Rob, you're going to get to see him on Monday.
What's that?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Not too fast, okay? Thank you. When my sugar walks down the street. How long have we been together, Dave?
About a year.
About a year. About a year.
I lost track.
Dave's lost track. He's retired. He doesn't care.
That's right.
He's
We
like,
just have fun.
yeah, we just have him having fun. But I don't know. He assembled a pretty doggone good group of musicians from all walks of life. I'm telling you. Oh. downbeat. Okay. You know, Dave, I didn't tell all my Irish jokes. You know, we don't need any. How about German jokes? I didn't bring any, but. Thank you, Dixie Downbeat. Well, we had some wonderful solos there. Hope you can hear them out there. They sound good back here. We don't have any dancers yet, Dave. I'm really surprised. It's cool now. It should be okay to dance. Probably should turn off the... Who's sorry now? Or you're asking somebody, or is that the name of the song? That's the name of the song. Oh, thank you. Oh, the old summer season winded down just like that. Water's out of the aquatic center, you know, it's getting close to something else. See, the harvest machines are running in the fields, and corn looks good, soybeans look great. It don't mean a thing. Oh, thank you. What a great crowd. And they're staying, Dave. Isn't that great? I thought when my Irish program was over, they'd all leave, but I told them I was the opening act for you guys. Well, for us. I've got my book. Well, we're going to do Saints tonight? Oh, we're ending with the Saints. Oh, my goodness sakes. This is when the Saints come swinging in. Is this the one where I have to, like, play drums, like solo stuff? My part says a la Krupa. Now, I'm assuming that's Gene Krupa. So I'm going to do a Gene Krupa beat. Boys, they get nice out here. Gene Krupa style. When the Saints come swinging in. Are you gonna try to do a tempo? Because everything you've given us, we've speeded up. Did you notice that? No, don't point at me. Now, Chad over here the fingers are burning on the keyboard. It's the Irish in me. I can't stop.
1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stand up and take a bow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. What a great season. Thank you, Carrie Barr. You were awesome putting this together. Thank you, everybody, for great attendance this summer. This was fantastic. We want to do it again next year, Carrie. Thank you.
Okay, thanks again, everybody. Don't forget, October 12th, come out and see the sunset. 5:30, October 12th. Thanks for coming. Drive safely.